What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for another episode with the Slow Sim Michigan Wolverines Dynasty. We are in Week 8, Year 3, 2027. We are currently ranked number 9 at 5-1 on the season. Real quick, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Just a reminder for people tuning in, this is a Slow Sim Dynasty, which means that we are not playing the games. Sure, it's easy to go undefeated for 17 years and win back-to-back natties when you're going in and playing every game and beating the computer because it's a computer. What's harder is building a team, not being able to mask deficiencies in team building because you're playing on the sticks, recruiting the right guys, fitting them into your scheme, forming your scheme around them, developing them into the right type of players, setting the aggressiveness, setting the depth chart, setting everything up for them to win without you controlling them. It's much harder. That's what we're doing. So just a quick recap through how we got to where we're at. So we have Coach Connor Stallions has come back to the Michigan Wolverines to take over as head coach following Sharon Moore. He brought in former Minnesota head coach PJ Fleck as the offensive coordinator. Brought in Connor Walker, former defensive coordinator for Auburn, as his own defensive coordinator. Previous two seasons, 2025, we went 9-3 in the season, topped it off with a win in the Music City Bowl against Mississippi State. 2026, we went 9-3 again, and this time we lost in the ReliaQuest Bowl to a South Carolina Gamecocks team. 2027, we are currently 5-1. We started off the season with a big win at home over the Buffalo Bulls, 52-17. Then we went on the road where Bryce Underwood had an epic meltdown in Austin, Texas. We still only lost by one touchdown, despite throwing 5 interceptions and I think 1 or 2 fumbles in that game, and Bryce Underwood being benched late in the third quarter. We still only lost by 1 touchdown, but nonetheless it was an epic meltdown. However, we did bounce back from that at home the next week against Eastern Michigan with a 70-6 win. Then we had an interesting storyline. So each season so far, 25, 26, and 27, we have had a Week 4 bye week. In 25, it was at home, coming out of the bye week in Week 5, it was at home against Wisconsin. Then it was 2026. It was at home against Indiana, and this year it was on the road at Indiana. In both of the previous seasons, we came out of it and just were woefully unprepared for the game that we were playing. We had another epic meltdown last season at home against Indiana coming out of the bye week. So this year, being able to come out of the bye week, go on the road and get a win was kind of the impetus for the turnaround that we're seeing with this Michigan Wolverines team. It could have all fallen apart after the Texas game, but they've really kind of rallied, because then they went on a 3 road game swing, on the road at Indiana, on the road at Penn State, and on the road at UCLA, and got wins of 49-14, 55-16, and 45-27. So in all those cases, we got huge road wins. Now we return home for probably the biggest game left on our schedule this season to take on the number 4 ranked Oregon Ducks. And if we can get a win here, then it's kind of free sailing to get till we get to the game against Ohio State Buckeyes. Alright, so this is year 3. We're going to take a quick look at the roster. I'm just going to go through the depth chart. This is going to be a mix of familiar faces on the Wolverines team, along with some familiar college football faces that have come in the transfer portal, and a few guys that from our first recruiting class that have started to develop and get into the rotation, in one case even a starting position, or 2 cases actually. So in the quarterback room, we've got Bryce Underwood backed up by Jaron Kiawe Sagapolotele, CJ Carr, and Bryce Baker. Running back, so we did have Jordan Marshall as our starter, but game before last at Penn State, he did tear his Achilles and likely ended his college career with that game. So Hollywood Smothers has stepped into the RB1 role. Second-year player Diego Longoria into RB2. We've got the fullback Kevin Trout filling in as RB3, and then as an emergency back, we have taken the red shirt off of Trent Semple in case we need him. At fullback, we do have Kevin Trout. At wide receiver, we've got junior Andrew Marsh. Then we have a few transfers that came in to join Marsh and Stewart in the wide receiver room. We've got senior Micah Tees, junior Donovan Murph, redshirt sophomore Julian McFadden, the aforementioned redshirt junior Amarian Stewart, and the redshirt sophomore John Anthony Hall. At tight end, we've got senior Brady Priestcorn, a transfer redshirt junior Luke Harpring, and the converted wide receiver to tight end Jamar Browder. At left tackle, we've got Blake Frazier, Andrew Babalola, and Brian Jordan. At left guard, Ty Haywood and Frank Willett. You'll see Avery Gash is going to be the backup second string guard on either side of the ball. We'll get to that in just a second. At center, we brought in a transfer, redshirt senior Tree Babalod. Behind him is redshirt sophomore Caden Strayhorn. At right guard, we've got George Cherry, who actually took the starting job from the expected incumbent of Avery Gash, which is why Avery Gash is the first guy in rotation on both sides at guard. Then we also have redshirt freshman Max Simonson. At right tackle, Andrew Sprague, backed up by a pair of redshirt freshmen in Dorian Hundley and Mike Wolf. On the defensive line, we have senior Marquise Lightfoot in his second season with the Wolverines. Behind him, a recent transfer in of Zena Umeazulu and Devin Baxter, both redshirt juniors. At right edge, recent transfer in junior Wendell Gregory, along with redshirt junior Lugard Edekpayi and Brenton Brooks. Interior D-line, Eno Etta, David Stone, Ted Hammond, and Nate Marshall. Sam linebacker, redshirt freshman Cameron Booth, similar story as with Cherry. He kind of took the starting job from Jacob Oden. Jacob Oden being second string here. And allows him to be the first off the bench for Mike and Sam. Speaking of the Mike, there we have Nathaniel Owusu Boateng and Elijah Groves, a recent transfer, as well as second-year player Cordell Carver. At will linebacker, Cole Sullivan and Taylor Kiernan. Cornerback, so we've got junior Shamari Earls, recent transfer in redshirt senior Kelly Jones, second-year player, former five-star corner Deontay Liggins, who has been an absolute star for us, Jaden Sanders, redshirt sophomore, Josiah Edmond, redshirt junior, and then we also have Tevis Metcalf, who does get some rotation minutes. At free safety, we have Jalen McClain in his second season with the Wolverines after transferring in from Ohio State, who's a true senior. And then we have redshirt junior Mason Curtis. At strong safety, Deshaun Spears, Jordan Young, and Christian Bodner. Spears and Bodner both transferred in from Florida State this last offseason. At kicker, we have a true sophomore kicker, Otis Beck, who has been amazing. Best kicker I've ever had in any dynasty in this game. Came in as a true freshman last season, started every game. Had 62 extra points and 15 field goals, only missed one the entire season, and has not missed one of either this season. So outside of that one miss, he's been perfect in his year and a half career. At punter, we do have a true freshman, Caleb Berryman. Our kick returners will be Amarian Stewart and Dante Ahmad. Punt returner, Amarian Stewart and Micah Tees. Amarian Stewart will also be our primary slot receiver, along with Julian McFadden and Donovan Murph. All right. Currently, we are ranked number 9 in the country, and in the conference, we are number 3. Let's take a look at our recruiting board. Alright, so to recap our previous commitments, we did get a preseason commitment from 4-star defensive tackle Brian Colombo, a 6'1", 330 nose tackle out of Ramsey, New Jersey. We then got a commitment from 5-star offensive athlete who projects as a running back but could play anywhere on the offense, Steve Hayes, 5'10", 195 out of Riverside, California. A 5-star cornerback, Evan Ekior, out of Cartersville, Georgia, 5'11", 170. And then last week we got a commitment from 4-star quarterback Ben Hyde out of Johnson City, Illinois, 6'4", 220. He was the number 103 ranked national prospect and number 5 ranked quarterback in the country. Unfortunately, we did lose on a couple of prospects this last week. We lost out on Andre Street to Miami. We did get a commitment from 5-star edge rusher Nick Souls, 6'5", 222 speed rushing monster out of Westchester, Ohio, who was ranked number 3 at the position of right edge and number 22 nationally among all prospects, committed to Michigan over Penn State and Ohio State. We did lose out on 4-star safety Christian Ryder to Clemson. Alright, Mario Nunez. So we are in week... What week are we in? Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are in week 8. So he just had his visit with Duke, and we're still in first place. We have Nunez on campus for this game against Oregon. So I think we're sitting pretty good. Even win or lose in this game, I think we get a commitment from him this week. Dom Lawrence. Now we do have a bit of a lead over Boston College. They have him on campus this week. We have him on campus next week. So we've got to withstand their push this week, and then I think we've got him if we do. Zeke Breeze, we're in a recruiting battle against Southern California. We have him on campus this week, so hopefully we can close him out. They don't have a visit until week 13, so unless he just wants to draw this out to signing day, I think we have a good chance at getting Zeke Breeze as well. Sergio Fiardo, we're in a recruiting battle against Texas. It's very tight. We've already had our visit with him on week 4. They have a visit on week 12, so we've got 4 weeks to try to get him to commit. Otherwise, it's probably looking like he might go to Texas. Victor Ball, we're in first place on his board. He's still in his top 8. Joe Werlo, we're in first place with a small lead over the other 4 teams, Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, and West Virginia. The first visit is in 2 weeks for Clemson, then 2 weeks after that to West Virginia, and then we have ours week 13. So I don't know where this is going to go. It depends on how big of a bump they get from their visits, and if we can make it to week 13. We'll just have to ride that one out. Avery Rugamba, we have a small lead over Ohio State. They have him on campus this weekend. So if they get a commitment from him this week, there's nothing we can do about it. But if we can hold them off there, we probably win this. Stan Stewart, very slim lead over Texas. Notre Dame has him on campus this week. I don't know where this is going. We have him on campus next week. If I had to make a bet, I'm going to say Notre Dame gets him off of their visit, but we'll have to wait and see. We're still unopposed on Steve Mullen. We are now 3rd for Kendall Hawker because we're locked out due to play style. What is the play style requisite for backfield threats? Receptions. I guess we don't throw the ball enough. Well, we'll have to see. Bobby Mayle. We have a very, very small lead over Maryland. They have him on campus next week. We have him week 10. This doesn't look great for us. It looks like Maryland may be able to steal him from us because of their visit. Matt Keenan, because of playing style, we are falling behind, but we'll stay in it because it's not completely out of reach yet if we can get that playing style grade back up. Mello LaRoque, we're in first place, top 5. Small lead over Iowa. We're the only one with a visit scheduled, so I think we're looking okay there. Finau Theus, kind of the same thing. Top 5, we're in first place over Florida and Miami. We have a visit scheduled for week 13. Nobody else has a visit scheduled. Still in top 8 for Colin Washington, but we are locked out due to play style. Eric Sherry, small lead over Miami. Miami is gaining, though, because they have a better pipeline. We have a visit with them next week. We'll have to see how that plays out. For Corliss, he's moved to top 5 now. We can go ahead and schedule a visit. We'll schedule a visit for... I don't really want to try to go all the way out to week 13, although this one might actually go that far. And it would be a complimentary visit, but I'm not sure that those other 2 are going to make it to week 13 anyway. So gonna say we bring him in on Rutgers. Pro potential, and it could be Sunday player, it could be gamer, so we'll double soft sell there. Still unopposed for Pilgrim, and now we can load up hours for Douglas and try to get into that one. Alright, with the remaining hours, we can go ahead and put them on the ones that we're unopposed on. So we'll load up Steve Mullen. We'll load up Pilgrim. I don't really feel the need that we need to... Well, I mean, I guess we can go look at under-recruited 4-stars. So, running back, tackle, and quarterback. If those are needs, then we'll try to find one. But quarterback's not a need. Running back's not really a need. Tackle is a need. So we'll go look for... Is that a pass protector that we're going to lose out on? It is. So we'll go look for some pass protector gems. We're gonna go gem hunting here. He's in top 8. Why is he not on my board? Also in top 8, but he's strength. I like agile. There's a pass protector, but we're too far behind to jump in on that one. Well-rounded, we could jump in on this one, Nestor. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to take those hours off of Pilgrim because we're gonna want to jump in on both of these guys and Moung. Scout them real quick, make sure they're not busts. Okay. Make sure that he's not a bust. Oh, he's a gem. Yeah, we really want to get in on this one. Okay. So we'll leave it at that. Alright, now we're going to jump into the game. Again, this is going to be hands-off, slow sim version. They have a 99 defense. Wow. Okay. So we are using custom playbooks. These are my personal playbooks, both of which are up for download if you guys want to check them out. They are not glitchy, they're not cheesy, they are legitimate schemes. They are set to... The offensive one is my version of what we should have been running for Alex Orji and still should be running for Bryce Underwood, and then it's kind of morphed over the last year or so into my own personal playstyle preference. The defensive book is my attempt to put the Amoeba defense created by Wink Martindale and with influences from Jesse Minter, Mike McDonald, and Brian Flores versions of the same defense. I don't think that either one of my books are better than the in-game stock books. They're just my personal style. I think the defensive book is a lot more fun to watch. We get a little bit more pressure. The trade-off is we give up a few more chunk plays in both the air and the ground, which is a trade-off I'm willing to take for my personal preferred playstyle. Let's take a look at Oregon's, because I mean I do like their jersey options. Oregon has some of the coolest jersey combinations. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Alright, I will provide some bad commentary for most of the game, if not the whole game. If I have to step away or if I need to divide my attention to respond to text or something, then so be it, but I will provide some commentary. And we've got us a night game, 8 p.m. kickoff in Ann Arbor. A little foggy out, that's okay. It's a November game, so it's a little cold out.
You have a chance to win, and boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
All right, so Oregon's going to kick to start off. We're going to return it. We're going to receive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondary.
All right, Bryce Underwood comes out at the 21-yard line. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end on the line. Fakes the handoff, play action, steps up in the pocket, fires downfield, and it's caught. I couldn't see who it was by. It was number 83. I'm still learning the transfers numbers. I probably won't learn them all by heart, to be honest, but fakes the handoff, play action, quick fire to the tight end, Luke Harpering, almost knocked down by a defender, but nice arm control there by Bryce. 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Smothers motions out of the backfield, empty backfield for Bryce. 3 receivers, 2 tight ends now. Under pressure, tries to scramble, and he gets sacked. Blake Purchase with the sack for Oregon.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about
nobody on the offensive line tried to pick up that block. Came right through the line. Bryce didn't even have a chance to get away.
Move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
It's going to be 3rd and 12 following the sack for the Wolverines. Empty backfield, 5 receivers. Has to get it past the opponent's 48-yard line here. Looking to throw, blitz by Oregon, hit as he throws, it's tipped and caught, intercepted by Oregon, and they're going to run it back for a touchdown, pick 6 off of the tipped pass, knocked off trajectory from the hit. John Henry Daly, who in real life has just transferred to Michigan, with the interception at the line, runs it back for a touchdown, and Oregon goes up by 7 to start the game. Here he's hit as he throws, tipped at the line, Daly catches it, runs it back. What a turn of events to start this game. Keep in mind, Michigan did go into Eugene, Oregon and get a win on the road at Oregon last year, so Oregon would love nothing more this year than to return the favor. Oregon up now 7-0 on Michigan in Ann Arbor. Kickoff taken at the 7, return back to the 23. Bryce comes out now in shotgun, 3 receivers, tight formation, single tailback, 1 tight end in line. Hands it to Smothers, up the middle, met just past the line, gain of 2, and now Smothers is injured. He's going to come out of the game, and this is not what Michigan needs. They already lost Jordan Marshall for the season. They cannot afford to lose Smothers. That's going to bring Diego Longoria in, the 2nd-year running back. Underwood under center, 3 receivers. Drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught at the line for a gain of 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 32. Goal line formation, they're going to try to sneak here. And they got it. They got the sneak, they got the 1st down. Come out under center, 3 receivers, bunch tight left, 1 tight right, single tailback, Longoria. Fakes the handoff, play action, Bryce fires right, hits the hands of Amarian Stewart, but knocked out by the defender. It'll be 2nd and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers, tight to the line. Looking to throw, under pressure, hit as he threw, caught by Andrew Marsh, only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8 now. 3 receivers, trips right, 1 tight end on the line. Shotgun for Underwood. Smothers is back in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to
Steps up in the pocket. Fires to the left sideline. Knocked down by a defender. Incomplete. 4th and 8. And Michigan will send out the punter. Not a great start for Michigan here.
They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end.
Run there by De'Arhill Jr., 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception
first down pass
against this secondary.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Moore. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now, 2nd and 9, Oregon. 3 receivers bunched wide right. 1 left, quick pass on the RPO. Caught on the wide receiver screen, gain of 5, 3rd and 4. Who do they have a quarterback? 3rd and 4 now. Shotgun, back motions out. Quick pass over the middle, caught, gain of 3. It's going to be 4th and 1, and the Ducks are going to go for it on 4th and 1. Is this Wildcat? Looks like Wildcat.
On the snap, it's Hill.
And he's met in the backfield by Jordan Young. Taken down. It'll be a turnover on downs on their own side of the field. Michigan in Oregon's territory. Now Bryce under center, 4 receivers. Hands it to Smothers up the middle. Jukes a defender. Gets it to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Bryce and shotgun, duo set backs, 2 receivers.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little.
Hands it off. Longoria. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1. Now under center. Goal line set. Fullback in behind Bryce. Goes for the sneak. Gets it across. 1st down. I formation. 1 receiver wide right. Andrew Marsh. 2 tight ends on the line. Fullback in. Longoria the tailback. Gets a block. Gets it across the 30. And we've got an injured player on Oregon, Aiden Breland, the defensive lineman. That was a 2-yard gain for Michigan. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Longoria the tailback, 4 receivers, bunched tight right and left to the line. Bryce fakes the handoff, shovel pass to Prescorn. No gain on the play, or excuse me, 2-yard loss on the play. It's going to knock it back to the 29, 3rd and 10 Michigan. Shotgun, 4 receivers, single tailback. Looking to throw. Over the middle. It's caught by Amarian Stewart at the 15-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun, slot right, 3 receivers. Hands it to Longo. No, Bryce keeps it. RPO, passes to Prescorn, makes a guy miss. Gets across the 5, 1st down. And now we've got another injury. Oregon Ducks, Dalen Austin. It'll be 1st and goal for Michigan from the 3-yard line following the catch by Prescorn. Underwood and shotgun. Receivers trips left. 1 tight end on the line. Single tailback Longoria. Keeps it himself. Bryce running it in. Met in the backfield. Loss of 2 at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Shotgun, 3 receivers, tight formation. Single tailback. Quick RPO pass to Marsh on the screen. Caught, and it's a touchdown. Michigan ties the game with a touchdown pass. Andrew Marsh.
Defense has got to do a better job of crowding this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Nebraska. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Moore. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Sorry about that, guys. I was responding to a text. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Tie game, 7-7.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats.
So Michigan with 66 passing yards to Oregon's 29. Only 7 rushing yards to Oregon's 3.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Oregon in shotgun, 3 receivers. Hands it off. Met at the line by Deontay Liggins. And that's going to be a no gain, 2nd and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Hands it to the running back. Again, met at the line, but this time breaks the tackle. Continues to the 36-yard line, gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. Shotgun. Quick pass to the receiver on the screen. Caught, but no gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 2, and Oregon's going to send out the punter. Huge stop for Michigan there to start the second quarter. Fair catch called at the 24-yard line by Amarian Stewart. Underwood comes out under center, power out. 1 receiver spread out wide left. Hands it off to Longoria. Longoria up the middle, gain of 4. Shotgun now for Underwood. 3 receivers, trips left, 1 tight end on the line, pre-scoring. Longoria the tailback. Bryce draws back to throw, fires over the middle, dumps it off to Andrew Marsh. Gain down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Shotgun, 3 receivers, bunch tight left, pre-scoring on the right end of the line. Draws back to throw, scrambling, dumps it off over the middle, caught Amarian Stewart. Enough for the first. Tackled at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolling out. Passes to number 15, Harpering. Behind the line, gain of 7, gets it to the 44th, 2nd and 3. Shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 tight end left. Passes to Priestborn over the middle, gets it across midfield, 1st down.
Head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting obviously at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game.
Brings him to the open. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer.
Sorry guys, we was responding to a text. Looks like we just had a sack from Blake Purchase on Bryce Underwood. That's his 2nd on Bryce today. It's going to be 2nd and 18 from the 35. Shotgun, 3 receivers, spread out wide left, single tailback Longoria. Draws back to throw, dumps it off to Longoria. Over the middle, caught, gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically.
Shotgun now, 3 receivers, bunch tight left, 1 out wide right. Draws back to throw, blitz by Oregon, and again, the same sequence that happened on the first drive. hit as he threw on the from a defender, gets tipped at the line, and then falls into the hands of another defender at the line. How does that happen 2 times in a single game? That's insane.
How good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like
absolutely
right now,
insane that that's happened twice in a game. Look, hit, tipped, and falls into the hands of another defender. Like, what?
Tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Anyway, Oregon in shotgun, 4 receivers, 3 bunched right, 1 wide left. Hands it to the running back, met behind the line. De'Aaron Hill gets it to 1 yard gain on it to the 39. 2nd and 9. Shotgun, 3 receivers wide right, 1 left. Blitz by Michigan. Quick RPO pass. Caught, but it's only a gain of 2, 3rd and 7. Shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right. 5 on the line for Michigan, 6 in the box. Blitz over the middle. It's caught. 1st down. Tackled just past the midfield at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now, Michigan territory. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends on the line. Fakes the handoff, play action, scrambling out of the pocket, rolling out. He's hit, gets it away, throws it away to the sideline. 2nd and 10. Shotgun, 4 receivers, all to the left. 3 bunched tight, 1 out wide. Drops back to throw, fires right underneath, caught, breaks a tackle, taken down at the 40. It'll be 3rd and 1. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 stacked wide to either side, single tailback. Quick RPO pass to the wide receiver screen, gets it across the 1st down, tackled at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Oregon. Shotgun, 3 receivers bunched to the right end of the line, 1 out wide left. Receiver goes in motion right to left. Nope, he's returning back to the right. Drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Quick short pass over the middle. It's caught. Just enough for the 1st down, the 24-yard line. And we're in the 2-minute warning for the half. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, tight, 3 left, 2 right. Looking to throw over the middle, caught, tackled at the 20, gain of 4. DeCorian Moore. 2nd and 6 Oregon. Shotgun, 3 receivers left. Looking to throw, under pressure, scrambles, sacked. Sacked by Zina Umeazulu, the transfer edge. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Oregon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
3rd down, red zone.
Shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 tight left. 3 receivers left, 1 tight right. Blitz by Michigan. Pocket collapsing. He's scrambling under pressure, and he's sacked all the way back at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 21, and Oregon's not going to kick for the field goal. They're going to send out the punt team. They don't think that their kicker could make a 45-yard kick. Wow. Okay, so they give up their chance at points and just punt it to Michigan, who takes over at the 20, 30 seconds left. Quick pass over the middle, Brady Prescorn, caught, 1st down, and Michigan takes a timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining, 28 seconds left on the clock. Bryson shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 out wide right. Quick pass right sideline, caught, steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Is 2nd and 4, 24 seconds left on the clock. Heads up play to get out of bounds. 4 receivers, 1 of them a tight end. Bryce drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath. Andrew Marsh caught. Gets it to the 46-yard line, and they use their final timeout. 20 seconds left on the clock. Empty backfield for Underwood. 1 tight end, 4 receivers spread wide across the line. Drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Keeps it. Runs to the sideline. Steps out. Bryce. It's going to be he's going to step out at the 43. 2nd and 13. 3 receivers wide. Bryson shotgun. Single tailback. Motions out. Drops back to throw. Fires it underneath to Marsh. Marsh catches it. Steps out at the 48-yard line. 10 seconds left on the clock. 3rd and 8. From their own 48-yard line. 4 receivers. Back motions out of the backfield. Bryce looking to throw. Fires down the right sideline. And it's incomplete. 4th and 8. 6 seconds left on the clock. Wolverines are going to take 1 more shot.
in this
4
half.
receivers here, 3 bunch left, 1 wide right.
He'll try
Looking to throw,
and pick up the
steps
first
up
down.
into the pocket, fires
He's
deep
shot
down the
toward
field,
end zone.
into the end zone, jump ball, and it's knocked down incomplete by Oregon. We go into the half, still tied at 7-7.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am
Michigan with 132 passing yards and 16 rushing yards for the game. Oregon with 70 passing, minus 3 rushing yards. Michigan with a slight edge on time of possession.
But they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Start of the second half, Oregon returns it back to the 17-yard line to start the second half. In shotgun, 4 receivers.
First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of
Looking to throw, pocket collapsing, gets it off to Corian Moore. Underneath, caught, jukes a defender at the 30-yard line, steps out at the 36, 1st and 10 Oregon. Shotgun now, empty backfield, 5 receivers. Blitz by Michigan, pocket collapsing, he fires over the middle, caught, gain, huge gain, all the way to the opponent's 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up.
I don't know if this defense
Shotgun now, 2 tight ends on the line, 2 receivers, single tailback.
Now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Michigan with the blitz, hands it off to the running back, runs up the middle for a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 3 wide left, 1 right.
To get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones
Draws
that
back
make
to
it.
throw, fires over the middle, it's
That's reeled in.
caught
It's carried.
at the 30-yard line. It'll be a new set of downs, 1st and 10 Oregon.
Stop him from getting the
Shotgun
ball.
now,
Get
3
him to
receivers,
the
1 tight end. Blitz by Michigan, they hand it to the running back, he runs right, gets a gain on it of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 at their own at their opponent's 22-yard line. Oregon in shotgun, 3 receivers, scoring position. Hands it to the running back on the sweep to the right. Gets around the edge. No, he's tackled for a 1-yard loss at the 23, 3rd and 3. Shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 tight right.
Defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Cross back to throw, screen pass, and it bounces off of the receiver's hands. He drops it. It's going to be 4th and 3. Oregon's going to go for it on 4th down. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 4th and 3. Hands it to the running back on a sweep. He gets around the edge, 1st down, across the 10, tackled at the 9. 1st and goal, Oregon. Michigan gave away an opportunity there to get another 4th down stop, but now they're going to give up points to Oregon. 1st and goal for Oregon. Shotgun, 4 receivers. Hands it to the running back, runs up the middle. Tackled after just at the line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9, no gain. Shotgun now, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, single tailback. Drops back to throw, blitz by Michigan, over the middle, caught by the tight end. Tackle at the 4, it'll be 3rd and goal. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, spread wide right, 1 left, single tailback. Drops back to throw, has time, steps up, carries it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Michigan did that to themselves.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year.
Quarterback Colton Joseph keeps the ball, runs it in himself, narrowly evades a sack by Wendell Gregory, able to get the touchdown. And they take a 14-7 lead following the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Jacksonville State.
Fires to the tight end.
This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air, it's Underwood. Trying to set up the screen. Crosses the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
All right, 1st and 10 for Michigan, 34-yard line, power I formation. Underwood under center. We've got Andrew Marsh lined up as a back. Hands it to Longoria. Up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, gets it across the first down marker to the 45. But we've got an injury to tight end Brady Preschool.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will
Interesting that we
have it
haven't
first
seen
and 10.
Smothers back in the game very much. He has been back in the game, but
He'll keep it
Longoria has
himself.
been the primary tailback. Bryce keeps it himself, carries it across the 50, gain of 8 on the QB run. Read option there. Bryce decided to keep it. It was a good call. Shotgun now, 4 receivers. Longoria motions out. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Longoria. Caught it, but dropped it from the hit. 3rd and 2. I formation, 1 receiver wide left.
That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Hands it to Longoria, running left. Gets it across the line for the first down. Taken down at the 43, 1st and 10 Michigan. Running tempo back to the line. Shotgun split backs. No, he changes the play. Goes back up under center. I formation. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Hands it to Longoria. Longoria up the middle. Cuts right. Breaks a tackle. Gets it to the 34. 2nd and 2 Michigan. Again, hurrying back to the line. Keeping the Oregon defense on their heels. Shotgun now. We got 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Slot right. Hands it to Longoria. Longoria runs left, stutter steps back to the center, goes back left, cuts it out, gets a first down, taken down at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Now Bryce under center, wing formation, single back. Fakes the handoff, play action, looking to throw, fires left, sideline. What? That should have been a catch, but his own guy got in the way. I don't know what just happened there. Incomplete pass. Quick pass to the running back out of the backfield. He's got the edge. He's got it. And touchdown. Who is that? 85. That's Tees, right? Micah Tees. Micah Tees lined up as a back in the backfield and got the pass out of the backfield from Bryce Underwood. Andrew Marsh set the edge. 2 key blocks by Andrew Marsh. Breaks Tees free for the run into the end zone. And Michigan ties it up 14-14 following this extra point kick. It's good. Tie game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5.
Oregon returns it back to the 14-yard line. Comes out in shotgun, split backs, 3 receivers. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, quarterback run, read option, jukes the defender at the 25, gets it to the 28, first down. Shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 tight right. Fakes the handoff, play action, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, decides to keep it. Slides down at the 35-yard line.
The guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him.
Hands it off. No, quick pass to the slot receiver. Gets the catch. Tackled at the 45. Gain of 10. 1st and 10 now for the Ducks. On their own 45. Pocket collapsing. He's hit as he throws. Gets it off though. It's caught at midfield. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Oregon. Check down to the back as he was getting hit. Nice catch. Drops back to throw. Fires underneath. Caught. DeCorian Moore. Just enough for the first down. At the 44-yard line, he steps out. First down. 1st and 10 Oregon. Shotgun, wing formation. No, he's changing the play. Motioning the tight ends out. DeCorian Moore left to right. Back moves out to the right. Empty backfield. 5 receivers. Blitz by Michigan. Deep pass down the right sideline. He's got space. And it's caught. Touchdown Ducks. Changing the play, they moved Dier Hill Jr. out to the boundary, had him matched up on a linebacker, who was not able to keep up with him. That was Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng. No, I can't tell who that was. Number 10 was matched up on him and could not keep up with him. It was not Boateng, though. I apologize. Boateng is number 12.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things
And
off
Oregon
with
now
a
with the lead again, 21-14.
touchdown pass. On
The
move
kick is
from
taken at the
inside
5,
his
and
line.
Marion Stewart brings it back to the
Didn't find
17.
any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at
Bryce
the
under center,
17.
wing formation, 2 tight ends on the left side of the line, 2 receivers wide right, single tailback Longoria. Drops back to throw, under pressure, fires over the middle, caught by Andrew Marsh, gets to the sideline, up the sideline, he gets all the way down to the 38-yard line. First down, Michigan. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38. Hurrying back to the line, under center, single tailback, 3 receivers. 4 receivers if you include the tight end. Hands it to Longoria, run up the middle, all the way down to the 49-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Shotgun, duo backs. Quick pass to the fullback out of the backfield. He gets it. Trout, gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the opponent's 45. Now in shotgun, 4 receivers. Tight end in the slot. And Marion Stewart goes in motion, but the quarter will end, and we'll go into the 4th with Michigan down by 7, 21-14.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top.
Quick pass to the right sideline. Luke Harpering with the catch at the 39. That's enough for a new set of downs for the Wolverines. Now under center, single tailback, 3 receivers.
Some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10.
Drops back to throw. Fires over the middle, caught, and Marion Stewart, gain of 4. 2nd and 6, Michigan. Shotgun split backs, 3 receivers.
This defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that.
Under pressure, dirts it. It's going to be incomplete, 3rd and 6.
Just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
Shotgun now, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends.
With a 3rd and 6.
Under pressure, Bryce is scrambling, throws it away, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 6, and Michigan's going to go for it. From their opponent's 35-yard line, 4th and 6. Drops back to throw, has time, steps up in the pocket. Deep throw, hanging in the air. Back corner, knocked down. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Oregon ball. That may have been game.
Looking for space. It's Hill. Past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. After a good pickup on the run, it's
gain of 4, 2nd and 6, Oregon. Shotgun, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Drops back to throw, blitz by Michigan, fires over the middle, caught up the seam. Huge gain, 1st and 10 from the opponent's 17-yard line. Bad play call on the defense there by Michigan.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple
hands it off, run, cuts up the middle. De'Air Hill gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line for a new set of downs. 1st and goal for Oregon. Poised to take a 2-touchdown lead halfway through the 4th quarter. Hands it off, caught in the backfield, tackled at the 4, 2nd and goal. Empty backfield for Oregon now, 5 receivers, nobody's covering the receiver on the left side.
2nd down, they'll go to the air.
Quarterback sees it too late maybe, and knocked down by the defender. 3rd and goal, shotgun. 3 receivers bunched tight left, 1 wide right, looking to throw. Fires over the middle, open receiver, caught, touchdown. Looks like Michigan's going to get their 2nd loss of the season.
They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Cleescore. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The give to the back.
Hands it to Longoria, runs left, gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fires it incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Slings it downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Wants to throw again. Gets it out fast.
Throws it to Trout, gain of 3. Fullback making a lot of plays in this game.
Backed up now.
Wing formation, 3 tight ends, 1 receiver right, single tailback. Drops back to throw, blitz by Oregon. Picked up well by Longoria, over the middle, caught Harpering. Contested catch, brought in for a big gain down to the opponent's 23-yard line.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Bryce Underwood on the keeper, gain of 1.
The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him.
Fires on the run. Man, that was caught. There's a flag on the play, though. Was that DPI?
And it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
Automatic 1st down, 1st and goal from the 7.
And the defender just way too handsy.
That should have been a touchdown,
though.
though.
You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Hands it off to Longoria, runs right, leaps into the end zone, touchdown, Michigan Wolverines. They cut the score to 1 touchdown, but is it too little, too late? With only 3.5 minutes left on the game, they need to get the extra point. They need to either get an onside kick or a stop or turnover, and then score again.
That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Otis Beck out for the extra point.
And the PAT
Still perfect.
will draw them 1 point closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And he found his way to the end zone.
There's
from
the
the
kickoff.
7 to cap it.
Oregon takes it in their end zone, kneels it down for a touchback. Both teams have all of their timeouts remaining. Oregon in shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tailback. Fakes the handoff play action, fires over the middle. It's caught up the seam at the hash. Tackled at the 41, 1st down Oregon. Michigan has got to get a stop, otherwise this game is over. Quick pass to this wide receiver screen, caught, tackled immediately, gain of 1. Michigan with the timeout. 2nd and 9, Oregon. 3 receivers, trips left, 1 tight end in lines, shotgun for Oregon. Hands it off to the running back on a screen to the right, met at the line. Timeout for Michigan. It's going to be 3rd down Ducks. 11 to go for the 1st down. Shotgun, 3 receivers, bunch tight left, 1 out wide right, single back. Drops back to throw. Oregon under pressure. He's hit as he throws. Deep down the sideline. It's almost caught, but knocked out on the hit by Shamari Earls. It's going to be a punt from Oregon, and Michigan will get the ball back with 2.5 minutes left on the clock to try to tie the game up. The kick is taken at the 20. Amarian Stewart gets around one defender, gets it back to the 25. 28-21, 2.5 minutes left in the game. Bryce Underwood under center. Single tailback, wing formation. One receiver, Marsh, out wide right. Drops back to throw. Fires over the middle. Caught. Diego Longoria at the line for gain. It's going to be 2nd and inches at the 34. Shotgun for Bryce. And we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Bryce is going to come out in shotgun. 3 receivers, trips left, 1 out wide right. Single tailback. 2 minutes left on the clock. 2nd and inches. Longoria motions out of the backfield. Steps up in the pocket. Caught. Gain of a first down. Number 83. I couldn't tell which receiver that was. It was one of the transfers. Shotgun. 4 receivers. Bryce bumbles the snap. It's a fumble. How does that happen? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How does he botch the snap?
To the air on 2nd down.
Screen pass out of the backfield. Bad play call. Lucky he didn't get tackled there. It's 3rd and 16. Wow, that botched snap is going to be the game killer. Underwood looking to pass. Fires over the middle. Caught at the 45-yard line. 4th and 14, and they got to go for it. They got to get it to their opponent's 46-yard line, or 41-yard line. Drops back to throw. Fires right down the sideline, and it's incomplete. That's a turnover on downs, and that's going to be game. Oregon's going to win this one 28-21. The story of the game, 2 passes tipped at the line, falls into the hands of defenders. One taken back for a pick 6, the other just a turnover. And then on the final drive with an opportunity to tie it up, Bryce Underwood botches the snap, fumbles the ball, knocks themselves back too far to overcome, and they lose the game to Colton Joseph and the Oregon Ducks.
Love calling these games because they're competitive, great talent on the field.
Inconceivable plays decided this game.
For a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another piece.
Sorry, I meant to look at the stats like we normally do. So, all right, Michigan had 24 first downs to Oregon's 19, 365 total yards to Oregon's 316, 70 plays to Oregon's 50, an average of 5.2 yards per play to Oregon's 6.3. Run game, 23 carries, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, an average of 3.2 yards. For Oregon, 21 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, an average of 3.3. Passing game, 31 of 47 for 291 and 2 touchdowns. Oregon, 25 of 29, 246 for 2 touchdowns. Passing yards, Michigan had the advantage. Third down conversions, Michigan 6 of 13, 46%. Oregon 4 of 9, 44%. Fourth down conversions, Michigan 1 for 4, 25%. Oregon 1 for 2. 2-point conversions, neither team attempted one. Red zone percentage, Michigan was at 66%, Oregon 50%. Turnovers, Oregon won the turnover differential because of the 2 interceptions that I mentioned. Punt return yards, Michigan had 3, none for Oregon. Kick return yards, 70 for Michigan, 42 for Oregon. Total yards, 438 to 358. Punt average, 1 for 45, Oregon 3 for 31. Penalties, Oregon had 1 for 15. And then time of possession was almost identical, 24-19 for Oregon, 23-41 for Michigan. Individual player stats for the Wolverines. Bryce Underwood. What? Why is... Okay, whatever. Bryce Underwood. Where did they move these around? What? 31 of 47 for 291 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He took 3 sacks. Why did they make an update to move things around? This is so weird. Rushing stats. Diego Longoria, 12 carries, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Hollywood Smothers, 2 carries, 11 yards. It doesn't appear that he was injured now. We'll have to check that in just a second. Because he was only in there for... It doesn't even show us his snaps, but he only carried the ball twice. He did leave the game early on with an injury. He did come back out for one more play, or one or two more plays, but I guess that was all. Receiving yards, Brady Prescorn 5 catches, 46 yards. Andrew Marsh 6 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown. Luke Harpering 5 catches, 41 yards. Micah Tease 3 for 37 and 1 touchdown. Julian McFadden was number 83. He was the one that made those 2 catches. I couldn't remember his name, but they were in big spots. Diego Longoria out of the backfield 3 for 32. Amarian Stewart 3 for 25. Donovan Murph 2 for 25. And Kevin Trout 2 for 9. Interesting. Okay. Blocking, we've got, of those 3 sacks that Bryce took, 1 was attributed to Andrew Sprague. The other 2 were attributed to Bryce Underwood. On defense, our tackles leader was split 8 apiece by Mason Curtis and Kelly Jones. TFL's leader was split between Jordan Young and Zena Umeazulu. Sacks leader was Zena Umeazulu with 2. No interceptions. We had 2 pass breakups, 1 by Earls, 1 by Kiernan. Kiernan was number 13. Who was number 10? Who was it that got beat on that 1 touchdown? It's Cameron Booth, the starting the Sam linebacker, second-year player. Okay. Alright, kicking, Otis Beck stayed perfect again. No field goals attempted, but he was 3 of 3 for extra points. Freshman punter Caleb Berryman had 1 punt for 45 yards. Kick returns, Dante Ahmad 1 for 14. Amarian Stewart 4 for 56. Punt return, Amarian Stewart 1 for 3. Still doesn't record snaps properly. Okay. Alright, let's advance the week and see what changes following that loss. Alright, so we did get a commitment from 5-star wide receiver Zeke Breeze out of San Diego, California. A commitment from 5-star offensive lineman Sergio Fajardo out of San Diego, California. We did not lose out on anybody, so that's good. Alright, not ideal here following the loss. We have dropped to number 14 in the national rankings. And number 5 in the conference rankings for the Big Ten. Alright, well, that's going to be our game, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. You can follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Please check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also pinned at the top of my X profile at Kinetic615. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'll try to get back to you, and I'm more than willing to be transparent about the GoFundMe campaign and the struggles that we're dealing with right now. Happy to answer any questions from viewers. Just keep it respectful. On that note, be kind to other people, guys. Enjoy the video games, enjoy the sports and the rivalries, but you do not have to be hateful or mean or spiteful to other people. It costs nothing to be kind. Let's enjoy our hobbies together. And signing out, guys, as always for me, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.